We got a great show lined up for you because we're here in Georgia and we're going to cover North Carolina. Julian, what are we going to be doing in these two great states?
Rocky Ridge trucks is first. Big suspension lift trucks. We're going to get dirty. And then motorcycles. We've got a historic British brand, Triumph.
Plus, we're going to be in North Carolina at Richard Petty's garage. It's going to be great. It's how you get there, so sit back and enjoy the ride.
The view is amazing, especially when you're sitting high in a big bad lifted truck in Franklin Springs at Rocky Ridge Trucks.
These guys make some of the best custom trucks you'll... Wait.
This thing is huge. They've raised it up like 6 inches and they put power steps in it to get in and out.
Of course they did.
This is fully customized from a suspension perspective, but everybody still drives them on the road. You can go and pick the kids up at school with this thing.
And if you see a Rocky Ridge truck anywhere, the first thing you're gonna see is that suspension. It's raised up. The question is, how do they do it? Well, we're gonna find out right now.
What we do here at Rocky Ridge, we take standard stock, everyday truck and SUVs. We make them bigger, we make them faster, we make them badder. What separates a Rocky Ridge lifted truck from a standard lifted truck is the ride and drive quality. Customers are gonna be a lot happier with what we've done on the back end, the research, to make sure they get that nice, smooth ride and drive style. We build roughly 3,000 to 4,000 vehicles per year. This is a brand new custom paint facility. Just come up about 2 months ago. We use a water-based, eco-friendly paint system here. This is our stealth coating. It's a signature product that we put out. We do everything from the entire truck, the entire Jeep, to parts or pieces. This is where we do our hydro immersion graphics. Most of what we do, as far as the customization, is done to the outside of the vehicle, but we do a fair amount of the hydrographics on the inside dash pieces. Pretty much any pattern, any color you can dream up can be done.
Then Adam went into much more detail on the technical side and how they lift these trucks.
So we basically have 2 packages for everything we do across all brands. So performance on our 4-inch and signature series on all our 6-inch. The Rocky Ridge coilovers are custom built for us. The spring rate and the valving on the shop is specifically made for this model truck.
Right.
So the on-road drivability is going to be just like a factory Silverado. And then as soon as you get off-road and you really let that longer, taller coil spring start to work, you won't believe the difference.
Julian looked a little glossed over. He was like a deer into a headlight.
This is a bunch of garbage sometimes with white, because he thinks he knows what he's talking about. He hasn't driven a truck that's been expanded like this in years upon years.
Julian, you take the Wrangler with the Mad Rock package. Greg, you're gonna take the Silverado with the Alpine. Let's see what you guys can do with them.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, mate.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we got to get these things up to North Carolina for a long road test.
We've got to go to Richard Petty's place, 600 acres, off-road heaven. We're gonna get dirty.
I love it. Let's do it, buddy.
Go.
On our way in, we stopped at Richard Petty's garage to learn more about their secrets to superchargers.
Basically, this is our 1.3-liter Magnuson supercharger. We're right around 300. We're gonna take it a tick over 400 with this. Man, I like the instantaneous power of the supercharger. So we're gonna remove this. We're gonna pull the intake off.
But Greg, he hasn't got a clue what he's doing when it comes to getting his hands dirty.
Big thing is I just want to get out and drive these things. I mean, like, I'm ready to go. Let's go get them muddy. Let's go get them stuck. Let's go see what happens.
We're finally on our way to rip up some mud.
So here we are. We've made it to Richard Petty's 600-acre farm.
And it's time to get dirty. The terrain here is remarkable. We've got mud, we've got some rolling hills, we've got a lot of grass, and we've got a lot of trees.
And we have 2 distinct vehicles. Julian's, of course, which is the soccer mom vehicle. It's the everyday driver. It's very, very pedestrian. Me, on the other hand, I have a 2017 Chevy Silverado that is all jacked up by Rocky Ridge. Let's take a look. We start under the hood, and of course, 557 horsepower, and this thing is on-demand horsepower and torque. And when it comes to lift kits, it can get you 4 inches off the ground and still get this big, massive tire in here. What does that do for you? Well, it helps to maintain the drivability and the quality of the stock truck, but with the extra 4 inches, you can take this thing off-road. This truck has a throaty exhaust note. Why? Because it has this dual side mount MagnaFlow exhaust. It makes it more efficient. It helps to feed that 557 horsepower, and of course, sounds great. This is my 2017 Rocky Ridge Silverado with the Alpine package.
It's got a 3.5-inch suspension lift on it, so it's going to go off-road without hesitation. It's got a supercharger from Richard Petty inside it, which gives me 435 horsepower all in all. It's got a 37-inch Mickey Thompson off-road set of rubber on it, so again, control wherever we go off-road. It's got the running boards, the same as the bigger truck as well. Most guys with a shorter inseam need to be able to climb into this truck. and it retracts. This truck really is an everyday truck as much as it is an off-road weekend warrior. Whoever loses, these trucks are going to be extremely dirty. The loser has to clean both of them.
The race started on the grassy flat and took us through the hills and tight trees, where the incline and mud presented a challenge. We did one lap and ended up back on the green close to where we started.
Through really tight stuff, the Rocky Ridge Jeep had it over my Rocky Ridge Silverado.
The Mad Rock Jeep was much better for a course like this with a small wheelbase.
So when we got to that hill, that one small spot where I could pass him, the Mickey Thompson tires dug in, and I needed him to make that mistake. And just at that moment, he started to spin and he slid, and right into me, boom!
This loss is on me totally. It was not on the vehicle. I should have been in four-wheel drive. I wasn't. I was in second because I wanted to make a lot of mess and cover him in rubbish. Didn't realize it was as steep as it was, and he nipped past me. He didn't get cleanly past me. He clipped the back of my truck. I know he did. I love the smell of supercharge in the evening.
That's adorable. I love the smell of victory right now, man.
I have to say, though, this is not a soccer mum's truck.
This thing is a real fun machine. I mean, the wheelbase, the agility, and the horsepower of this Rocky Ridge Jeep was astonishing. But I'm gonna tell you, the Silverado held its own off-road.
Did you clip me coming past on that hill? I felt you tap my back end.
You're gonna have to find out when you wash the truck and see if there's paint on the bumper. I might have, I might not have, I don't know.
Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this.
If you're asking yourself, how did Julian get to the car wash? It's pretty simple. He lost.
Ah! Booby! That's what he had to do to get past me. Wreck a brand new truck.
Heard you won a race.
Yeah.
You ain't got but 199 to go to catch up.
Come on. You're right, King. You're right. 200 victories, 7 NASCAR championships, and we're out here telling you about our race story today on your land.
Yeah, but I don't usually run in the woods. I try to stay on the track.
Nah, see.
I'm after Greg now. He's not going to keep winning. I'm going to win the next one.
Now we're headed to Greensboro to visit the Triumph showroom at Select Cycle.
Yeah, it's like the British are coming. The British are coming.
Mate, we're already here. The impression, the beauty, all of these fantastic machines all from home. It was so reminiscent.
What's great about Triumph is that they're mainstream enough that you get all the great service and quality service after the sale, but they're off the beaten path enough that you don't see one on every corner. 2017 Triumph Explorer.
Right.
Julian, that leaves you with the 2017 Triumph T120 Black. This bike, single-sided swing arm, shaft drivetrain there, engine guards, hand guards, everything you need to go off-road, but it's sophisticated enough to look fantastic on the road.
And what's the foundation of this motorcycle?
1,215 cc's of British triple power.
The number of celebrities that have put this bike in the media over the years is just astounding. You got Fonzie, you got Elvis, Steve McQueen, you got James Dean. It's been everywhere. It's got the modern technology. You got USB port under the seat.
So the aesthetics on this Bonneville are classic.
We're off to Givi, an Italian brand known for their high-quality motorcycle accessories.
I can see why he said it was an urban motorcycle, because the 1200cc engine works really well in the city.
Now, as for this motorcycle, I'm really impressed with it. Triumph has done an excellent job. The motor feels really strong, especially when you open it up a little bit.
Givi is synonymous to being an Italian high-flare design company. So you'll see that the saddlebags, they're 15-liter bags, but they really do have a very cafe racer-esque look to them, which I think is going to blend beautifully. For you, Greg, with that big Explorer, we're going to go with our Outback series. We have those nice, big, rugged aluminum Outback series bags.
Givi seamlessly blends their accessories to give both motorcycles a truly balanced ride experience. Julian's Bonneville T120 received 2 saddlebags, a magnetic tank bag, and bikini fairing. The bags added a total storage capacity of 40 liters. My Triumph Explorer received a large set of saddlebags as well as a top case and a tank bag for a total storage volume of 136 liters.
The thing is with the Bonneville, it's such a great machine being a classic in the heritage. And when I got onto it and found the new technology, it was just remarkable how they developed that machine and taken it to the next level.
My bike was absolutely spectacular. I mean, it really falls in line with the higher end model of motorcycles in the class, the Explorer from Triumph.
And remember, it's not about the destination.
Oh no, it's how you get there.